smaller set with people that comes from 4B plus wearing spectacle. So that means in this set, I will have Jezreel. Okay, I will have Fikri. I will have Chloe. I will have Salmia. Right? So there is a definite number of elements inside the set. So this is a definite set. Or we can say, let's just say it's a finite set because it is countable. So I'm introducing a few terms for you to familiarize with, but it just means this. And all these people inside the set, they are called elements. Elements of the set. Okay? And then I can come up with another set that is a proper subset of A, which I define it to be the females, okay, in A, in set A. So that means it is a strictly smaller set than set A, but I only pick those that are females and wearing spec and from 4B. So this is what I call a proper subset. It's a strictly smaller set as compared to the set I define. Okay? So these are certain new terms that you need to get used to, but this is just a scenario. Okay? This one only you copy, I'm just giving you a scenario. So universal set is all the things that we are talking about. So if we are talking about fruits, it's all the fruits that you can think about in the world. If we are talking about alphabets, it's all the letters A to Z. That's your universal set. Then I group them as vowels, consonants, and so on. Right? So there must be a universal set. It cannot be infinite. Okay? So for instance, let's look at this. So they define set to be a collection of well-defined items. So you must define it first. Okay? So for example, they say, let F be the set containing this stuff. So they give you orange, juice, biscuit, rice, instant noodle. So they say F contains the element orange juice, biscuit, rice, instant noodle. So all the things that falls inside the set are called elements. Okay, and then these braces, right? The curly brackets that you see there is a set. Ayo, why so thin? Okay, it's called a set. Anything that is trapped between these braces, curly brackets, braces, curly brackets, they are found in the set that you define. Okay? And then you see this letter E that looks like a comb. This is a short form for is an element of. Or some people say belongs to. So can I ask you whether bubble tea is an element of F? Is bubble tea found in the set F? Can you see bubble tea inside or not? If not, then it's not. So you will see a diagonal slash saying that bubble tea does not belong to F, or bubble tea is not an element of F. So this chapter is all about using symbols to represent math, a new language. Okay? Then universal set, just now I told you already, right? It's the bigger set of everything. Okay, like when we say junk food, then everything that belongs to junk food falls in the universal set. And then you can sort of categorize it as a smaller set like fast food or like snacks. Okay, you can section them out, but the universal set is junk food. Okay, there must be a bigger set. Okay, empty set or null set is represented like that. So you can draw the curly braces, but there's nothing inside. Can you see there's nothing inside? This is called a null set. It is empty. There's nothing in the set. So for example, I want to define this set S to be the number of people who love math in this class. Then I say cannot find, right? So now set. Okay, there's nobody that I define in 4B that can fall here unless you're lying to yourself. Okay, so that means no elements belong to the set I define. That means it's empty. That's a null set. Okay, or sometimes they like to use this as null set or empty set. So there are two ways to write it: either an empty bracket or a zero with a slash. Okay, so this is another symbol for you to know. Okay, then another thing is finite and infinite set. If it's finite, it's things that are countable, like months in a year. There's 12 months, finite set. Okay, infinite set will be all the odd numbers you can think about in the world, right? So odd numbers can go all the way to as big as a number you can imagine. So this is an infinite set. This is finite, can count, right? So just know all these. And then the next part is about playing with all the language and the notations. So this chapter by right is supposed to help you score. Please take the marks. Yeah, one part, one mark only. One part, one mark. You must be able to understand what they say. But of course, there's math in it. I will show you shortly. Where's the math? Can I? It's just another language. You are language students. I believe you can understand this. Okay, this one. Equal set means every element, no matter in order, not in order, the number of elements, the elements are exactly the same. Then you can say they are equal. Okay? So whether I arrange them in order or not, as long as they are exactly the same, they are equal. So that's equal set. Disjoint sets are sets that share nothing in common. Share nothing in common. Okay, so M means the male pupils in the class, F means female pupils in the class. So there's no in between, disjoint, right? You cannot, I mean, ideally there's no in between. Okay, so we just have to know these are called disjoint sets as long as they don't share anything in common, like 4A and 4B students, right? We categorize them differently. So 4A, 4B, disjoint sets. Okay, next one is subset and proper subset. I want you to see subset and proper subset like the inequality sign. Okay, so if I say it is a subset, it means it can be less than or equals to. If I say it's a proper subset, it must be strictly smaller. This one can be smaller or equal. Okay? So I want you to see it as inequality. So if I say something is a subset, it must be smaller or the same size as it. But if it's properly a subset, it must be strictly smaller. So just remember that. Huh? So for example, you look at B and C. They are exactly the same. So there are three ways I can write it. I can say B is an equal set to C. I can also say that B is a subset of C because you can be smaller or equals to. Okay? Or I can say that C is a subset of B. So there are three ways I can write the same thing. So three different ways to represent. Because it's just like me saying that B can be smaller or equals to C, right? C can be smaller or equals to B because they happen to be equal. So it is still valid as long as you see the equal sign there. Okay? But I cannot write A to be equal to B or C because it is strictly smaller. Can you see that I have 1, I have 5, but I don't have 3. So A is a proper subset of B. A is also a proper subset of C. It is strictly smaller because 3 is non-existent in the set A. So just familiarize with the language can already. Okay, so remember, proper subset means you must be strictly smaller. If this is the set B, then A must be strictly smaller. Let's say A is 1 and 5. Then B is 1, 3, 5. So B still has a 3 that A don't have. Okay? So get used to all the symbols I'm telling you. And then set builder notation. As I go through the question, I will explain again. Okay, this is called a set builder notation. Yes. Okay, so let me summarize everything. This is the universal set. Means everything, the whole world that you are talking about. Okay? Then this means it's an element of. My pencil very thick. Okay? Then we have this, the small little c. It is like strictly smaller, so it's called a proper subset. Okay? C with a underline at the bottom. This is called a subset. Means you can be strictly smaller or equals to. Okay, then we have this thing called the null set. Or this thing called the empty set. Okay, they are equivalent to each other. And then we have disjoint set. We also have equal set. It's another language, mathematical language. They use new symbols that we never see before, but you can solve the question using these new symbols. This one is just for mathematicians to define new things. Yeah, you know mathematicians, they like to play, right? They are lazy and they like to play. Then they come out with new things to define things lah. Because just like you let X be the number of something, they like to define sets. So they come out with a new language to do that. Just like you all have your new lingo lah. Your slay, your millennial, all those words you all come up with that we need to join you to understand. Same. Okay? So first thing first, they say, can you define this using a set builder notation? Which one? Okay. Okay, so to use set builder notation, we need to first write P equals to, open the bracket, all the X, all the element X, and then you start to define them. So the 2 dots is like a shortcut for such that. Okay, I want all the elements X such that. Because mathematicians are lazy, right? They don't like to write English one, so they like to use symbol to replace sentences. So all the element X such that X is or are integers. Okay, all these are integers, right? Then what? Okay, and they are bounded between -3 to 4. So as long as X falls between -3 to 4 inclusive, they belong to this set. So you check integer -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly the elements here. Then it's a good definition. Then you are marked correct. If you don't want this, you want to change to this, strict inequality, also can. Because I will not include -4, the next integer is -3. So if you write this, it is also fine. As fancy as you can come up with, as long as when I fulfill it, it is this set of elements, then it's fine. Okay, so you can come up with any notation you want as long as it is correct. So this is the set builder notation. Why? Why suddenly? Got battery leh. What happened to my pen? Yeah. Why my pen cannot write? Oh. Okay, can already. Okay. So this is the answer I want for part 1. Okay, union later. Union is 1.3. We'll go to that in a bit. Okay, this one. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So Q is the set containing all the X such that X is what? Yeah, give me a definition. What kind of numbers are those? So X, okay, is an even number or even integer. Integer means whole number, right? Okay, and it is between 4 and 12 inclusive. If you don't like, you can write 3 to 13. Also can. Or you give me decimal, it's also fine. I'm only interested in the integers. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, which is exactly what is here. So you define it. Or you can say numbers that are divisible by 2 or have factors 2 between this and this. So you define, if it's valid, it will be marked right. Okay, so it is a language that helps you to define a set. Okay, what about this? I want everything that is a factor of 55 and must be divisible by 2. So let's find out what's the factors of 55 first. 1 and 55. 5 and 11. Any more? No more, right? 3 cannot. Yeah. So the factors of 55 is 1, 5, 11, 55. Are any of these number divisible by 2? No. Then what? Then it's a null set. So you can write empty or you can write null set. There's nothing inside. Can So it's just trying to understand what they define. Is there anything that we can... Okay. Jamil, you following? Your eyes keep staring at the PLD. I'm so suspicious. Is the screen at the right place? You hesitated.
I feel my throat phlegm. You can ask Kufa. Sometimes I got phlegm and my voice change.
If only, remember?
You know I thought of Mr. Hall and Mr. Hall. Not to go on.
Okay, next one. Okay, this one. This is the universal set. If you want, you can write the 3 inverted 3 or mirror image of 3. So this is universal set. Universal set contains all the months in a year. So you should expect January, February, all the way to December. So this is your universal set. Then they say, can you list down the elements in the following set such that it begins with the alphabet M? March, May, any more? May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, don't have already. So 2 elements only. That's all. Then Q, it's the month that begins with a vowel. A, E, I, O, U. So A have or not? Don't have, right? Oh, April. E, I, O, October. You leh? Don't have. So only April and October. Oh, August.
Miss, my wife, I don't know what's the vowel.
Jialat.
Then I don't know. You have to know, expand your vocab. Expand.
No, but I'm saying you can't expect me to know. Because it's a math paper.
Okay, now you know.
I always think.
Now you know. Any more A's? Okay, a month that has more than 32 days. 31 days. Now said. Nothing. Okay, or you can write like that also can. Okay, so it's just like that. You must understand what the question wants. And it comes from your universal set. Sorry? That's why I expand your knowledge. Just like sometimes they talk about cards. Then some of you don't know about cards. The shapes, the spade, diamond. Probability will have the cards. But I will bring in the cards and show you all, okay? So that you know. Oh, I'm not playing blackjack. I'm just showing you the cards, the shapes, what you have in a deck. Okay? Next one is, I want a prime number. That's where the math comes in. Prime numbers means exactly two factors. One and itself. And then they want it to belong to this inequality. So you need to solve the math first. So bring the 2x over. Bring the minus 7 over. So x must be less than or equals to 10. So I want all the prime numbers that are less than or equals to 10. So A contains what? 2, 3,
7.
done. Okay? Because 9 is not. So every of the prime number that is less than or equals to 10. So your set A only contains this. This is where they test you on your definition, your understanding of even, odd, prime. They are by 2, right? On both sides. Okay, then it says A contains all the letter in the word correct. So the element contains C, O, R, E, and T. No need to repeat them. Just the letters that can be found in the word correct. And then if they write caps, please follow. Don't go and write small letter R. Yep. Even number divisible by 2. Odd is everything that cannot be divisible by 2. Huh? Can Just like if it's not a vowel, it's a consonant. So everything that is not a vowel is a consonant. Okay? So just remember the opposite relationship. No, don't repeat. They only want the letters in the word. Okay, next one. Odd numbers greater than 6 but less than 18. So let's write down all the odd numbers greater than 6. Okay, done. That's in your set A. Then B, I want all the positive even number less than 10. So 0 is even, 2. Oh, but positive. Positive means greater than 0, so we don't include 0. Start from 2. Okay? Then they ask you, what can you deduce about A and B? Yes. So they don't share anything in common, so you can say A and B are disjoint sets. So it's really all about language, symbols, this chapter. But they can also test some math definition in it. Huh? Okay, what can you deduce about A and B? Jamil. What can you tell about A and B? What? A and B, A and B. Question 8. Can. Odd numbers, yes, but the set A and B, what can you tell about them? They are equal sets because they are exactly the same. Even the number of elements are the same, they exactly match each other. So they are called equal sets. So A is equal to B. Okay, so if we look carefully, B and D are equal sets because they match exactly. Yes. No. It's just how you write it. But if you write it in like ascending order, it's easier for you to compare. But sometimes they can purposely, you know, rearrange it so that you are a bit confused. So the order inside the set don't matter. It just tells you what elements you have. But it's better to arrange them in a ascending order. Okay, which set and B are disjoint? C. Okay, that's it. Okay, so you have a good idea of what's disjoint, what's equal. It's only the proper subset that can be a bit confusing. Okay, which I am going to share with you.
There's so many words.
Yeah, it's just a language topic.
It's like coding.
When you do uni math, plenty of symbols. Very interesting one. Real numbers in uni math look like that. Natural numbers. Then there are integers, they write like that. Sometimes they write the letter Z to represent integer. So they use all sorts of symbols, and then everything you write is symbols. Yeah, so they call it the basics of mathematics, which will really kill you. That's the first sub-test that I fail again when I do math in uni. The first one I fail is my A math class test. First one and last one. Then uni, I went to this module called Basics of Mathematics. Then they did a small quiz inside the exam. I failed and I cried in the toilet. You know, right? Math is my pride, right? Then I failed my math. I cannot believe it. So I cried in the toilet. I called my mom and I cried in the toilet at uni. Because I cannot believe I failed my math. But that's also the last that I failed.
So you failed 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times in my life. I failed math 2 times. One time in uni, but it's a small quiz. It's not the.
You can't be failing a small quiz.
We feel small.
But I learn. I'm telling you, we learn from our failure.
I hope you know you feel.
Yeah, you know my A math teacher, right? I cried. I sit at the staircase behind the classroom. I cry because I failed my A math test. Then my A math teacher come to me and say, "This will be the last quiz you ever fail." Then that is like magic. It's like
Leave that
magic.
up to us.
Can you say to me?
No, just like
We must start crying.
universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my set A is the even number that is in my universal set. So what is in my A complement? Yes, everything that is outside of this A. That means not 2, not 4. So it's 1, 3, 5. You must pick from your universal set. What's your? Complement is just everything outside of A. They use the symbol power 1. Like this. Everything? Also can, but this is a symbol to represent the sentence because mathematicians don't like to write sentences. They like to use numbers and letters for everything.
So our WH3 don't need to write
Shortcut, you can try.
They don't need to tell us to write sentences.
They just want to make everything
So
simple.
our WH you not ask us to explain how we got the accurate.
No, cannot, have to. That's other topic. Yeah, some topic they like you to make it concise.
What type of hypocrisy is this?
Okay, move on. This one. The universal set consists of all the letters in the alphabet. Draw the Venn diagram, placing elements in the appropriate region. So first thing first, if we look for Venn diagram A, let's do them independently. A, B, C, E, F, and B, C, O, P, Q. You see that B and C overlap. B and C. So when you draw your A and B, they must overlap each other. And the B and C must lie in the overlap. So my set A consists of A, B, C, E, F. Where you write in the space, it doesn't matter as long as it's inside. Okay, and then my set B will have B, C, O, P, Q. Okay, and then my universal set is all the letters in the alphabet, right? So just put everything else, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Wait, must do this for exam.
Yes, but of course we won't ask it in this way. We'll ask it very mathematically. Okay? Okay, then part B. A is X, Y, Z, M, N. And then B is the consonant in the word M-O-N-E-Y. Consonant means everything that is not a vowel, not A, E, I, O, U. So that means this set contains M, N, and Y. Okay, B contains M, N, and Y. So if you check, you will see that they share M, share N, share Y. So in fact, the whole B is subsumed inside A. So if you want, it is a strict proper subset. B is inside. So you put your M, N, and Y inside. And then X and Z here. Then all the other letters outside. Yes, because this represents your universal set. Have two. Soon.
What time is the
2:45 got matang after this, yeah.
B,
Can
W,
you just do this until 2:45? Yeah. Please.
Y, Z. Oh no, cannot. X. You
Why are you lying to ourselves?
keep lying to yourself until you are convinced, okay? We love math. No, I really love. You, I don't know. But you got to tell yourself
If we
that
give
you
Miss
love
Sonia-
it.
If you give Miss Sonia an opportunity to decorate the class, it'll be me.
Yeah, it'll
You
be
love
all
math,
numbers
you
like
love
pi.
Yeah.
Like pi, then
3.14.
3.14159, then I'll just keep. Try me.
So I'm gonna make you a flag with your face on it. I'm gonna put all the math symbol at the back. Yeah.
Horrible.
Sing, Takasu.
Okay, what's in A complement? Or A prime? Yeah, badminton and tennis. Everything that is outside of A. Okay, so it's just to help you understand the idea. Okay, so universal set contains all the letters in the word textbooks. So if you omit the repeated letters, it's just T, E, X, B, O, K, S. And then P is all the letters in books, so B, O, K, S. So list down everything. So P complement has what? What is in your P complement? Just text. T-E-X. Okay, so far so good. Too easy.
Oh, just give us a longer break.
7 more minutes. Endure. Tomorrow I don't see your. I haven't print the timetable. Oh, nice. Already got new things. Duty roster. How will it work? You all want me to put a little whiteboard here? Then you all can erase. I got a mini one. Okay, one last question.
We always had mini whiteboards.
Yeah. One last question. E is a positive integer that fulfills this inequality. So just try to solve it. Bring the 3x over. Bring the minus 10 over. So x is just less than or equals to 12. I want all the positive integer less than or equals to 12. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's in my universal set. You see, Chloe, you go there, right? You no need to study, May no need to study. That's why you know my intention. It's not that I cannot see you are there. I give you a chance, but it's always like that. Okay, A is a positive even integer that falls in the universal set. Positive even number. So, yes, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So you list down. Every time make it a good habit, list down first. Then after that, see what the question wants. So question say, can you write down A complement and list down all its elements? So we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. No, 13. Stop at 11. And then they want you to write this with a set builder notation. So what should I define it to be? X such that X is an odd number, odd integer. And what? Trapped between 1 and 13 and 12 or 11. Okay, so this one quite flexible. As long as it makes sense, we will mark it right. Okay, so today's homework very easy. Just do page 3, the 3 PMP question.
I rather do the document.
Okay, the 1.2, just do that 3 PMP question. No need to do on foolscap paper. You can just do on the empty space here because there's answers below, but it may be wrong. Okay, so trust yourself. Don't look at the answer there. Tomorrow, next lesson we will go through that.